Assalamu alaikum to all of you.
Walaikum assalam, sir.
Walaikum salam, sir.
So here we go with presentation, and I've already told you about the rules and regulations and about I've given you instructions about presentation. That I will play your slides and you have to give your presentation. Whatever slide I show you, you have to tell me about that slide and you have to explain in your own words. And when I say thank you very much, you should stop. Is that clear? If I ask you any question, you have to answer me that question, and presentation will carry 20 marks. And if you give your presentation, then you will also be given the marks of attendance if you have been regular. So keep this in your mind that it carries almost it is something that carries almost 25 marks in this regard. So it is very important and don't miss this presentation. Then inshallah I'll conduct your presentation all. For this, I may need to take as many sessions as possible. So let's start. Okay. So first of all, Umama Razak. Umama Razak, is she present? Umama Razak.
Yes, sir. She is present.
Yeah. So please, Umama Razak, I'm playing your slides. Start your presentation. Umama Razak. No voice is coming from Umama Razak. After giving presentation, you can leave the session. Okay. You are not bound to attend the session. Session after giving presentation. You can leave the session as well. So, Mama Razak, where are you? I can see your name here. Why don't you? Why are you not speaking? I will change it then. Mama Razak. Yes, Mama Razak.
सर उमामा को मैंने मैसेज किया कह रही है नेट इशू है।
वो जब वो लाइन पर है तो फिर उनको मेरी बात समझ में नहीं आ रही क्या? She is online. She is right now online. We are losing our time. Okay. Shakila Arshad. Shakila Arshad. Is is she present? Shakila Arshad. Yes, Shakila Arshad present.
No, sir. She is absent.
Now that's a problem. Nas Fatma present.
Yes, sir.
नाज फातिमा, आपने पीपीटी किससे बनाई है? एमएस वर्ड पे नहीं बनाई है? सॉरी, पावर पॉइंट पे नहीं बनाई है आपने?
No, sir.
तो बेटा पीपीटी तो पावर पॉइंट में बनाते हैं, वर्ड पे कौन बनाता है? इतना तो आपको पता होना चाहिए ना। चलिए अब स्टार्ट करिए प्रेजेंटेशन आपकी। मैं प्ले कर रहा हूँ। प्ले क्या करनी होगी आपका? तो प्रेजेंटेशन का अजीब और अजीब मामला हो जाएगा। स्टार्ट।
Assalamu alaikum. My name is Nas Fatma, and today my topic is brief description about the poem Fairy Queen. First, we have our introduction, The Fairy Queen. The Fairy Queen is an English epic poem by Edmund Spenser. It is an allegorical work by Edmund. ये एडमंड स्पेंसर की जो है वो
स्पीक इंग्लिश।
एक The Fairy Queen is an English epic poem by Edmund Spenser. Book 1 and 3 were first published in 1519, then republished in 1596, together with books 4 to 6. The Fairy Queen is notable for its form. It is one of the longest poems in the English language. In Fairy Queen, Spenser invented the verse from known as Spenserian stanza. The poem follows several nights as a mean to examine different virtues. The Fairy Queen text is primarily an allegorical work. It can be read on several levels of
Whatever, see the
allegory.
slide please, see the slide, don't read, see the
Uh,
slide. स्लाइड को देख के
okay.
एक्सप्लेन करें,
No.
डोंट रीड। रीड करने से मार्क्स नहीं मिलेंगे।
Una is the heroine of the first book in the Fairy Queen. She stands for truth. Una, the personification of the true church, she travels with the Red Cross Knight, who represent England, whom she has recruited to save her parents' castle from a dragon. Arthur is the central hero of the poem, although he does not play the most significant role in its action. Arthur is in search of Fairy Queen, whom he saw in a vision. He is madly in love with the Fairy Queen and spends his time in pursuit of her.
यू आर जस्ट रीडिंग, व्हाई आर यू नॉट एक्सप्लेनिंग? आई आस्क यू नॉट टू डू दिस, ये तो मना किया था ना मैंने। यू हैव टू एक्सप्लेन इट। आर यू गेटिंग मी और डिडंट यू फॉलो माय
Yes, sir.
इंस्ट्रक्शन? बेटा 25-20 नंबर इसके हैं, आप खुद अंदाजा लगा लें। 5-10 नंबर वाली प्रेजेंटेशन नहीं है। मैंने नंबर भी इतने रख दिए ताकि आप लोग मेहनत करें और मेहनत करके अच्छी तरह से प्रेजेंटेशन दें। 5-10 नंबर की प्रेजेंटेशन होती है, उस पर उसमें बहुत से स्किप कर जाते हैं। अभी आपके पास तकरीबन 25 नंबर की प्रेजेंटेशन, 20 नंबर ये और 5 नंबर अटेंडेंस से मैंने कंडीशन रखे हुए हैं। तो रीडिंग का थोड़ी बोला था। एक्सप्लेन करें आपको क्या है क्या नहीं है, वो तो हमें भी नज़र आ रहा है जो आप पढ़ रही है। यस, Archimago, yes.
Archimago is a magician, deceitful, and an antagonist next to Duessa. He is magician, skillful of wearing his own look, but at the end his magic is proven weak and unsuccessful. He's continual. Duessa is the witch. She appears beautiful, but it is only skin deep. She represents falsehood. And nearly succeed in getting Red Cross Britomart. She is a skilled fighter and strong of heart with an amazing capacity of calm thought in troublesome circumstances. Of course, she is chaste, but she also desires true Christian love. She researched for her future husband, Ertugrul, whom she saw in a vision through a magic mirror.
What is the most important character in this poem?
Red Cross Knight.
Why?
Sir, because the Red Cross Knight was a fictional character protagonist of the book one. The Red Cross
Fictional
Knight
characters are
represent.
all these. All these are fictional characters.
Sir, he was the protagonist.
Why? Why is it so? Why is this so important in the poem?
Um, Red Cross Knight because represent the virtue of holiness as well.
Okay, tell me about this one. This character, Florimel.
Florimel. She is another significant female character. Florimel
Why?
represents.
Why is she significant female character? Yes. Okay, who is that? Seti Rani?
Saturn is the son of a human and Satire. He is nature's knight, best a man can be. Gloriana sends Red Cross Knight on a quest to escort Tuna to the kingdom of her parents and to deliver them from a dragon that is ravaging their land. Um, the Red Cross Knight, Una, and her servant was travel. They become lost and happen upon error whom Red Cross.
Written too much. Points
Una
आपने लिखे.
continue.
What are these? इतनी सारी क्या लिखा हुआ आपने? Can you explain this one? Just wait. जी आपने क्या हुआ वो? Can you explain this slide?
Yes, sir.
Yes, please explain it.
Okay. Archimago creates a scene with the false Una in bed with a
But
man,
actually, you're
then
reading
calls
it.
Red.
Reading मत कीजिए बस बताएं ये क्या है. Don't read it.
Sir, one day actually, Red Cross Knight Una and her servant.
When we give presentation, so we made
was-
points. You have totally written it. सब कुछ आपने पे लिख दिया. And these things I have strictly prohibited. Okay, thank you very much. Okay, the next one is Sana Dilshad. Sana Dilshad, present?
Yes, sir.
Okay, start. I am playing your slides. Start, please.
Assalamualaikum and good morning, everyone. The
Yeah,
topic I'm going to
voice,
talk about is
voice,
to
voice
describe the
थोड़े
poem The Rape of the Lock.
increase the volume of your voice, please. थोड़ा सा ऊंचा बोलिए. Increase your volume, please.
The topic I'm going to talk about is a brief description of The Rape of the Lock by Alexander Pope.
Yes, carry on.
The introduction of this poem is it is one of the most well-known mock epic in the England language. The meaning of rape of the lock, act seizing and carrying off by force. The meaning of lock is the lock of hair, and the meaning of rape is the act of seizing and carrying off by force. It has 5 cantos, and its aim is criticism of lifestyle of aristocracy that gives importance to useless things, such as cosmetics or toilets, etc.
थोड़ा ऊंचा बोलिएगा. Speak loudly, please.
Okay, sir.
Carry on. Just carry on.
Alexander Pope was an 18th century poet. He is well known for his famous verse, Procopus Heroic Cupid. and he is the 18th century novel, and he was born in 21st May and at England. Its main characters is Belinda Arabella Palmer. Actually, it's based on the real events. So the Belinda Palmer was the real character, and he represented from Belinda and Baron. Ariel was a guardian spirit, and Shock was the Belinda's laptop. Placera and Phlogiston and Serpion was the main characters of the story. So it has basically 5 cantos. With Canto 1, the official story begins. Here we meet Belinda, the poem's beautiful, rich young society heroine, cuddled up with her dog in her lavish bedroom. Just barely awake in the late morning, afternoon, she's been having a beautiful dream in which a handsome well-dressed home. In Canto 2, Canto 2 opened as a residential vendor in a bark sailing down to River Thames on her way to a fantasy party at Hampton Court, one of the 20 residents of the royal family. We learn here that her hairstyle features 2 curling locks that hang down the back of her neck. Ariel the Cells makes a speech to all of the other serfs telling them he's had a bad commission, sometimes terrible is out of happen, and that they should all be there guard during the party. Canto 3, which finds Belinda at the party with all of her friends sipping coffee and playing a card game called Pombre, which is very similar to Hearts, the card game. In Canto 4 opens with Belinda having a complete hysterical fit about the theft. Pop gives a rig of supernatural sources telling us that Gabriel, a central Rome, goes down off the wonderful, pick up a bag full of tears, sobs, and anger, which then he intends of the Belinda head. After this, there's no way that Belinda will laugh off the Baron's prank, even though will
Okay.
laugh at the Baron's prank.
What are cantos?
We have
What are cantos?
Cantos are like different chapters of the of poem or a poetry.
Okay, which canto is very important and I would say here most important one, according to your knowledge or according to your understanding?
According to my understanding, Canto 5 is more important because in Canto 5, Telstra speaks according to them, and he cleared that his flock is now in heaven, and she should not be give importance to unrealistic things.
In which canto was the hair, was the lock cut? In which canto was the lock
In
cut?
Canto 3.
Don't you think it is very important?
In Canto 3.
Do you think it is
Sorry, sir?
important? Don't you think it is very important? Canto 3 in which her lock was cut.
Yes, sir, it is also very important.
It is also important. Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Taskeen Mohammed. Taskeen Mohammed. Present. Taskeen Mohammed. Is Taskeen Mohammed present? Taskeen Mohammed? No. Shahid Khan Sodro.
Yes.
Voice not clear, Mr. Shahid Khan. Start. Start. We don't have much time. Start your presentation.
Hello, sir.
Yes, start it. आपकी प्रेजेंटेशन तो बनी भी है, अजीब व गरीब सी है, उसमें कुछ है ही नहीं, क्या आप बोलेंगे? Hurry up. Are you starting or shall I start another ones? Nadia Ramzan. Yes, Nadia Ramzan, you start please. Nadia Ramzan. जिनके नाम पुकारा वो लोग नहीं है, इनके लिए नेगेटिव जाएगा. Nadia Ramzan, start your presentation. I don't have time, much time that I will call you again and again. It will go negative for you. Namra Nawaz. Namra Nawaz. Namra Nawaz, present.
Sir, Assalamu alaikum, sir.
Yes, are you Namra Nawaz?
No sir, I am Shakila Arshad. आपने मेरा नाम लिया था, मेरा इंटरनेट कनेक्ट नहीं हो रहा था, तो
चलिए अभी
आपने
चला
मेरा
रहा
नाम
हूँ.
लिया था.
जी लिया था.
जी सर. जी सर.
I am playing your one. Start.
जी सर.
Start.
जी sir. Assalamu alaikum. My name is Shakila Arshad, and I am MA first semester student. And my topic is Geoffrey Chaucer, age of Geoffrey Chaucer. So sir, Geoffrey Chaucer, his age was 1340 to 1400. It was 14th century, and he was the poet of 14th century, and he is known as the father of English poetry. Sir, he has a very big name in the poetry. He was an English poet of medieval ages, and he has a career in the civil services and bureaucrat and diplomat. Uh, he was a son of wine merchant, and sir, in Chaucer's time there were many rapid political changes in that time, and at that time, sir, it was departure from medievalism to an era of rational inquiry and critical understanding. Uh,
Yes, carry on.
Sir, it marks the beginning of new language and literature. It was a great century of social, political, and literary and religious ferment. In nearly half over when Geoffrey Chaucer was born in 1340. So, um, sir, Middle English period is divided into this that 1300 to 1400. It was before Chaucer, and if, thousand. Sir, till 1300, it was age of revival, and age of Chaucer was. Sir, in this age, there were three important things in the age of Chaucer. सर उस एज में जो है तीन बहुत important things हुई थी जब चौसर का टाइम था. सबसे पहले तो ये था
Speak
कि
English.
100 year it was. Yes sir. Sir, at that time it was 100-year wars. Uh, uh, it is named so because it was continued for the 100 years, and in this time it was there were many smaller wars that happened in this period, but together this is known as the 100-year war. This war was happened between France and England. And the second important thing in the age of Chaucer was Black Death. It was due to plague, due to black rats. It was plague was very spread at that time, and in just 5 years it killed one third of population, European population. It was very massive, like coronavirus that is pandemic in now, in this time, in present time. So it was Black Death. And third was peasant revolt, because 100-year wars was at that time there was 100-year wars and Black Death. So peasants were facing many issues. So it was many people were dying, and plus war was happening. So peasants were continued pushing higher taxes so that they can fund the war. So peasants were really upset, and they started rebellion war, which is known as the peasant revolt, and it is also known as the Tyler's revolt. The man who was leading this peasant revolt was named as Tyler. So it is also known as the Tyler's revolt. And so choices in writing in the age of Chaucer, it is divided into, sir, I have written about the something about the writings of the Chaucer, because
Okay,
he was.
what's your topic?
Sir, my topic is age of Chaucer.
So Italian, what do you say about this one? French period.
Yes, sir. French period, in the choice of writing in the age of Chaucer, it is divided into three times: French, Italian, and English. Chaucer's writing, when he written in the French period, it was, sir, two main important books that he written. First was Roman de la Rose, that he translated. It was an elegy in the death of life of Chaucer's patron John of John. And sir, it was a very major book in the French period, which is very well known at that time. And second book was ABC, A Prayer to Virgin. It was a very long poem in the French period. So sir, second was Italian period. In Italian period also he has wrote some books. The French period is known as his early writings.
Okay,
And
tell me
sir,
about English period.
sir, in English period, sir, very important book was Canterbury Tales, that uh, we have read in our this semester. So, sir, Canterbury Tales. In Canterbury Tales, he is talking about the pilgrims that were going to the Thomas Shrine, and they decided that they will tell the stories while going and coming. So, sir, Canterbury Tales was very important
Okay, thank you. Thank you very
in
much.
his periods.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir.
Okay. Namra Nawaz, present. Namra Nawaz, Zebul Zebul Haq.
Yes, sir.
Start, please.
Assalamu alaikum to all of you. This is Zeb, and today my presentation topic is a brief description of the Fairy Queen. So first of all, I would like to give you the introduction
Yeah,
of the Fairy Queen.
excuse me. Tell me about
Yes,
you. Are you from MA first semester or which one? Or BS?
from fifth semester, sir.
MA first semester?
No,
Introduce your
sir. BS fifth semester.
BS fifth. Okay, now carry on.
Yes, sir. So my presentation topic is a brief description of the Fairy Queen. First of all, I will give the introduction of the Fairy Queen. Then I'll discuss the characters and cantos of the Fairy Queen. So the Fairy Queen is an epic poem by Edmund Spenser. Uh, it is an epic poem. An epic poem is a long narrative poem that is usually about heroic deeds and events that are significant to the culture of the poet. It is an allegorical work. An allegorical work An allegory is a work that conveys a hidden meaning, usually moral, spiritual, or political, through the use of symbolic characters and events. The first three books were published in 1590, and in 1596, these books were republished together with book 4 to 6. And it is one of the longest form in English language. That's why it is notable for its form. The Fairy Queen In the Fairy Queen, Spenser invented a verse form which is known as Spenserian stanza. Spenserian stanza means that each stanza contains 9 lines in total, 8 lines in iambic pentameters followed by a single Alexandrian line in iambic hexameter. The scheme of this poem is A B A B B C B C C. In this form, there are several knights who represent different virtues like the virtue of holiness, truth, chastity, and so on and so forth. This form was written in praise of Queen Elizabeth, and its imagery, characters, and events represent moral values. This was the introduction of the poem, and now I am going to discuss the characters of the Fairy Queen.
Yeah, but see the slide. See the slide and tell me about the slide. What slide? The slide which you have in front of you.
The Knight Red Cross.
Yes.
Knight
Tell me
Red
about it.
Cross. Yes, sir. The Knight Red Cross in the Fairy Queen is the hero of Book 1. He represents the virtue of holiness, and his real name was discovered to be George, and he ends up becoming St. George, the patron saint of England. And on another level, though he is individual Christian fighting against evil, or the Protestant fighting the Catholic Church. The next character which we have in the Fairy Queen is Yuna. Yuna is the Red Cross future wife and the other major antagonist in book 1. She is meek, humble, and beautiful, but she is strong when it is necessary. She represents truth which Red Cross must find in order to be a true Christian. The next character which we have, that is Archimago. Archimago is a magician, deceitful, and antagonist next to Duisa. He is a magician, skillful and varying his look, but at the end, his magic is prone, weak, and unsuccessful.
Okay, what's your topic?
A brief description of the Fairy Queen.
Brief description of the Fairy Queen. So, how do you find Fairy Queen? Just tell me briefly.
Should I tell you the summary?
No, just tell me. Yeah, just summarize it. How do you find Fairy Queen? This poem.
Yes, sir. Sir, if you look at the cantos of the Fairy Queen, so this book has been written in six books. So in first canto, there is a knight who is identified by the red cross on his shield. He accompanies an unnamed lady whose name is Yuna across a plain. A storm rises, forcing them to take shelter in a beautiful forest. Unfortunately, the forest turns out to be a venting wood. There, the monster error makes her dean,
Okay,
You know the
okay,
variety
okay.
of
What is
and one.
what is allegorical poem?
Sir, allegorical poem means uh, to show the hidden meaning, to show the hidden meaning through the use of symbols, through the use of symbols. Sir, a poem which is written in praise of someone or something or any event.
Okay, okay. Thank you very much.
Yes,
Thank you.
yes, sir.
Okay, so now we are going to meet after 5 minutes in the second session, and please do join me quickly so that I can continue to take your presentation. Remember, I will continue for as long as I do not finish your presentation. I will try to do this today. For this, I will take as many sessions as possible. लेकिन अब थोड़ा तेजी इसमें लानी होगी. जो नहीं जवाब देगा तो उसको मैं फिर एब्सेंट करार दूंगा, because I will not wait. So in that session, 2 or 3 students did not reply to me. So please do join me quickly. After giving your presentation, you can skip the session. So see you after 2 to 3 minutes.
सर अस्सलाम वालेकुम.
Yes, walaikum salam.
सर दिस इज मी राज मोहन. सर आपने मेरा नाम तो नहीं लिया ना सर?
जिसका लिया है उससे पूछ रहा हूँ, आपका मुझे नहीं मालूम, नहीं आपका नहीं आया मेरे ख्याल से.
थैंक यू सर, थैंक यू.
So see you after a few minutes.
Okay, sir.